Happy morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining. Good to see you again. So today, good morning, Rajshri.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
It's good to see you back.
Yes. Same here. Very, very good morning. And welcome everybody for this Mega Master Course, Manifestation Decoded, The Secret Behind Secret by Shreans and Varun Daga. So here we are on the very beautiful day for this breaking the habit of being yourself. After the successful start of yesterday, we have this beautiful day today, and we begin. If we want to change some aspect of our reality, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our response to experiences. We have to become someone else. We have to create a new state of mind. We need to observe a new outcome with a new mind. And here we go, Shreans. Shreans, in the meanwhile, I can ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
Yes. When we are doing this at times, when we are in our meditation mode, sometimes you get deep into it. Sometimes you're just aware of each and every breath.
Yeah.
You're aware. You're not in that. Yeah. I don't know whether it's deep or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
So both is fine.
Okay.
So sometimes, whatever is needed for you, you'll experience it.
Yeah.
So it's like, every match will not be same.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty, every meditation is actually a new meditation, a new experience, that unique experience. So it's fine that sometimes you go deep, sometimes you feel more conscious, sometimes you get some intuitive thoughts, sometimes you get some insights, some guidance. So maybe while meditating, there was some problem going on in your life, and all of a sudden you get some insight and the answer to that. So whatever is happening, it's fine, as long you are doing what you have to do.
Yeah, because you feel good. Like today, what I experienced today, I was feeling so nice. It was, I'm full of joy right now. Also, I'm feeling that beautiful thing in my heart or myself, or there's some positivity happening. Yeah. But I was aware throughout your every guidance.
Perfect. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. The end result of any meditation is ultimately you should transform your feeling, transform your emotions, feel peaceful, calm, joyful,
Yes.
Have clarity. So as long as you're feeling that is good,
Yes.
So that is the ultimate goal. So it doesn't matter whether you got visions, not got visions, you saw some light, you didn't see light, whatever you experience, but the end, if you're feeling that, as long as you get up as a new person,
yes,
which is the real goal.
When I was doing the meditations with you in 2020, I used to see so many images. After a year now, there are no images, there is no light, but I feel so good. I said,
that is most important.
Yeah.
So now we'll start with today's session. So today's topic is breaking the habit of being yourself. So yesterday, you remember we learned how we are addicted, how we are living in the memories of the past and addicted to our past patterns, belief systems. And today we are going to learn how to break those habits, right? So, and then while our workshop topic is manifestation, but my idea is to take you step by step, and then when we go into the meditation process, that's why then it will be really powerful and most effective. So that's why it is important to go step by step, and that's how we have planned the whole schedule of these 28 days, so that you get a manifestation is not just about physical manifestation, it's also about what you become in the process. And that's why we're going to follow different steps, different things, different dimensions of manifestation, different ways of manifestation, so that you live your life to your fullest potential. right? So friends, the way we live a life, is very outward driven, right? So we are conditioned to believe that our happiness, that our happiness is outside of us, right? So friends, we are hypnotized to believe that happiness or the change happens outside of us. In our whole upbringing, we believe that as we grow up, we believe that everything comes from outside. And as we were a child, when we were a child, we were happy for no reason. Smallest things will give us joy. But as we grow a little, now our happiness depended on our toy. As we developed identity, our ego, now this is my toy, this is my room, or these are my clothes. So then it started with that my, and then and then and then slowly the toy became, as we grow up, the toy became a car, a house, or a new wardrobe, or a vacation. And that's how, and friends, and that's why we started believing that our happiness that stays outside of us. And that's why we see, as a child, he's happy for no reason. Without there's no issues with when they were small child, they will just smile just for the sake of smile, right? That's why we call that was their innocent smile. It's so unconditional. But now our happiness is also very conditional. Our happiness is very transactional. If I get this, then I'll be happy, right? And as we grew up, so as we grew up, so our happiness depended on our house, our relatives, our children, and our job, our parents, our enemies. So everything, the look of our body, everything became very conditional. If I have these things, only then I'll be happy. And then now the social media is there. Instagram, how many likes I got on Instagram, how many likes I got on Facebook, what are people commenting, on WhatsApps, you post up, and then whatever, and then you need instant gratification. If I send you a message on WhatsApp, I'm seeing, I want that instant reply. So even that expectation, if I get a reply after a day, I'm wondering what's happening. So it's like all this is becoming so transactional now, and we are living in the virtual world of really happiness on virtual world. And now we know that with metaverse, I wonder how things will be, and it might get more crazier. So you eat a food, you go to a restaurant, you post it on the Instagram, and then you are waiting how many views I got, how many people commented, how many likes you got, right? So while you're in the restaurant, your focus is on the comments, and you're not enjoying the food. And if you don't get any likes or views, or no comments, or somebody does not give you the good comments, you're not even enjoying your food. You're not even happy about the food. So this is how we are actually so outward driven now. So now we wait for the wealth. You wait for your wealth to feel abundant. Wait for the healing to occur to feel wholeness, or success to show up. Then only we feel empowered. Or you wait for the new relationship to feel love. And that's how we are depending everything outside of us. And sometimes, even if you are not happy, we are conditioned to show happiness, that, oh, we are happy. We are supposed to have always a smiling face, right? And so much of energy is actually consumed to maintain that illusory facade that we don't even realize it, right? And research shows that 90% of energy is consumed by these old emotions, by these because over a period of time, when you accumulate, when you are depending on your happiness outside, then the things that make you happy also makes you sad. If I buy a new car, I'm so happy. After 2 days, if somebody banged my car, now the same car has become a reason for my misery, right? And then we store that misery. And we store that misery as a part of our cellular memory and as a part of our life's innocence to survive and grow and carry on. We think that we have survived, but actually we have suppressed those emotions. And those trauma, fear, anxiety in terms of relationship or in terms of your business not doing good, or your work life not balanced, or your family life not balanced, whatever we go through, or any broken marriages, whatever you go through, we think that we have survived that trauma or that pain, but actually just because we have survived does not mean that we have healed. We store that as a part of our cellular memory, as a part of the body memory. And then 70 to 90% of our daily energy is actually consumed to deal with these old emotions. And we don't even realize it. And the friends, but the truth is, everything we do in our life is for an emotional payoff, right? If I do this, then I'll be happy. So if I do this, then I'll be happy, right? If I get this, I'll be happy. If I get this house, this car, this new sports car, or a new wardrobe, or a vacation, or this new relationship, then I'll be happy. And our happiness, we keep depending on happiness for that, right? And we don't realize that the same emotional payoff we can get with the help of meditation when we connect to our inner source. Our source is the ultimate resource. That is a true joy. True happiness can come from within us. Because the problem is, and that is sustainable. And that is something, and that is the only source. That is the only way you can sustain your your true energy, and you can liberate yourself. Then, because otherwise, that is the binding. Outside happiness is a binding source. Getting happiness from outside is a binding. But your source is the ultimate resource. It should be your primary source of happiness, and other happiness should be the extension of that inner source. It should be extension of. It should be the secondary source of happiness, and it should be the extension. While we enjoy it, while we have fun, while we celebrate that, but we don't depend our happiness just on that. And that's why meditation plays such an important role. Because when you depend on happiness outside, it is very short-term gain. You buy a new car, you feel good. You're so excited. You get that dopamine rush. And that dopamine rush desensitizes your feeling of any anxiety or fear for next 2 days. But when the novelty wears off, that feeling right comes back. And now you want something more. In fact, after very 2 days, you're sitting in the same car and maybe you're fighting with your spouse. So, and then you forgot that you got a new car now. Now you think of something else. Now you think of something, now I want this, now I want that. Then I'll be happy. Right? So it's like you take some, and then you need some immediate thing to overcome this feeling. You get this feeling of anxiety, fear when it comes, you need something instant to relieve you of that feeling. So then you start taking alcohol or some drug, or you gamble, or you watch pornography, or go for a shopping therapy, gaming, social media, so that the pain and emptiness goes away. And then you become, and as you do all those things to desensitize yourself of your inner pain, or of your pain which you're carrying from your survival based and those survival emotions, you become attached to those things. You become addicted to those things, whether it is social media or alcohol or some drug or whatever, pornography, whatever, you become attached to that. Right? And what is the definition of attack? And then next time you need little more. Now the same level of alcohol is not able to numb those emotions. So now you need, instead of 1 bottle of beer, now you want 2 bottles. Now then you want 3 bottles, and then you become addicted to it. So the definition of addiction is something that you can't stop, right? So then you're not able to stop. You're not able to You have no control now. Your body just craves for it. And only then you feel, oh, I'm fine now. So we are, and as a whole society, it's not just individual. As a whole society, the whole society conditioning is based on consumerism, marketing, capitalism, right? The whole economic growth parameters is based on what is our gross domestic product, how much is are we consuming, right? So and that is how much money we are making. Everything is based on this materialism and on this material perception of the nation, of the society, of the family, of the individuals. Everything is based on that. And then we confuse true happiness with pleasure. Those things might give you pleasure, but those pleasures are just temporary. And we feel, oh, that is our real source of happiness. In fact, when we're addicted to few things, research shows that behind every substance addiction, there is an emotional addiction. Right? And now we see the new generation, including our generation, we see that now we are so addicted to social media. We are sitting together with our family for a dinner, but everybody is on their phones. Right? We've been hooked, hacked, and hijacked by social media. We don't make friends anymore. We add them. Right? We have lost that human touch, that personal touch. And the challenge is, while it is great, I'm not against social media. I mean, while it is great, but we have to be very cautious. We have to be very aware of what we are doing. What are you watching on YouTube? Because the YouTube will give you more of what you're watching now. That is the algorithm. It will show you more of the types of videos that you're watching, or on Facebook or on Insta, right? So if you're watching, say, any good stuff, it will be give more of that. If you're watching some negative news, now it will give you more of this negative news. And if you're not aware, very subconsciously you'll click on that, and now you'll watch more of that, and then more of that, and more of that. And you don't even realize that this how it is corrupting our mind. It is corrupting our emotional body, because your brain does not know the difference whether it is actually happening or whether it is just you're watching it. You release the same chemicals as if it's actually happening, and you become addicted to those chemicals. Now, as you become more addicted, now you want more of that news. You want more of that negative news. You want more of that trauma or the challenging news. Like how when COVID happens, everybody is watching, oh, this negative news, this negative news, this negative news. And we know that, right? The negative news is what sells. And this is how the whole society is driven into it. In fact, now your smartphone is smarter than you. That's why it's called the smartphone. It feels the same emotion that you're addicted to. And that's why actually we are the product. You are the product. So that's the only reason why it's free. Because they want to sell you. Because now you are the product. They want to feed your addiction. And now they are listening to you. They know you very much. They know you what are your food choices, what was your previous girlfriend, what is your inclination, what things you like, what things you don't like, what things you watch, what you're watching, how much time you spend on which content, everything they know. You may not remember it, but they know. And now they're predicting your future now. They're predicting your next steps, not your future attitude, your future likings, based on those algorithms, right? Based on the artificial intelligence. So we are living in a very challenging time. We are living in a not challenging, which is very interesting time, where we need to be very cautious, very conscious of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, the things we watch, the way we interact with the world around us. Right? There's a movie, there's an amazing documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma. I would recommend all of you to watch that. It's an amazing how all these social media channels they feed and how they predict us. Interesting documentary. So the social dilemma. So friends, now let me share you one story. There was a boy. There was a boy. He was in his teenage, and his grandfather used to live in a village, and this boy was in a city. And his grandfather left for him a Buddha statue, and went to his village. So this boy painted that statue. It was a mud statue, and this boy painted the statue with a gold polish. And any friends will come over, he will be very proudly, and he'll tell them, "Oh, I have a gold statue." Very proudly he'll say, "Oh, I have a gold statue." And he will take so much of pride, and that everybody feels that, oh, he's a rich person. And one day his grandfather came to visit him, and his grandfather was surprised to see that, "Oh, I left a statue which is of clay, and now how come, why did you polish it with gold?" And he said, "No, it gives, because a clay statue is not, it looks very poor. So when if it's polished with gold, my friends feel that I am a rich person, or I'm a wealthy person." So grandfather said, "Stupid, the original statue is of gold, and I covered it with clay so that nobody knows that it's a gold statue, and to embrace simplicity, and not to show off, I covered it with clay, and now you are polishing it with gold." So friends, this is how we live our life. Our true treasure is already within us. The true source of joy, happiness, abundance, peace, fearlessness is already within us. But we are depending, we have forgotten that original source. We have become disconnected from that source because of the social conditioning now, right? Because of the culture scape. Your teachers, your preachers, your friends, your trends, your father, your mother, your religion, your nation, everybody is teaching us about consumerism, marketing, capitalism, right? So we seek, that's why Rumi said, we seek outside the wonders we carry inside us. So friends, we have to find that ecstasy within ourselves. It is not out there. It is already within us. It is in our innermost flowering. The one that you are looking for is you. But we don't realize that. The ego always, because of our ego, we always identify by wanting. If I want this, I want this, I want this, because wanting keeps that ego alive. And even in a schooling, we are taught for greed. We are taught for, Mark Twain said, we are wired for generosity. We are wired for generosity, but we are educated for greed. And that's why Mark Twain said, I don't let my schooling get into my way of education. Schooling and education is not necessarily the same. Right? We've been educated for success. We've been taught about success, but we are not trained how to face adversities or failures or challenges in our life. And that's why when we are faced with adversity, we don't know how to handle. They teach IQ, intelligence quotient, but they don't teach EQ, emotional quotient. They don't teach AQ, or adversity quotient, or your adaptability quotient. How to adapt to life challenges in a life, how to adapt to life different situations or adversities in our life. I met one principal a few years back, and I was hearing her speech, and she said, she was school principal, a very famous school principal in Bombay. She said, we have been taught 19th century curriculum. We have been taught 19th century curriculum, by a 20th century teachers to a 21st century children. So even our education system has not changed. It's so redundant now, actually. But that's where the world will, but we're still living in there. So friends, as we grow, all these things form our belief system, right? And now then our beliefs drive our behaviors. Over a period of time, different things, as during the upbringing, whatever we have learned from our parents, our father, mother, teachers, our friends, the whole culture scape, we learn from them. And that is what is our belief system. For example, no pain, no gain. We've been taught, right, that if there's no pain, there's no gain. Money does not grow on trees. Oh, I have to work hard to be successful. I never have enough time. Only when I own this, then I'll be happy. So someone has to make me happy. Life is difficult and no one cares for me. My race, my culture, my religion is superior to you. Only my God is the best God or the right God, right? Oh, I'm a shy person. Like I had a belief, oh, I can't do public speaking. Oh, I can't be on the stage. So like that, we've all formed our various beliefs. Or germs make me sick. Actually, germs don't make you sick. They are only the opportunistic bacteria who are just waiting for your immune system to go weak, right? And no better time than now. We know in last 2 years what COVID is doing, right? Or the other belief systems. Oh, I need 8 hours of sleep. I gain weight easily. I'm not just lucky. My disease is hereditary. My age is catching up. So friends, our limiting beliefs are the biggest roadblock for our desires to manifest. Our beliefs are nothing but the most practiced thoughts. The thoughts you have thought again and again is your belief system. But you can rewire your belief system. You can, if you think of the new thoughts and you learn how to change your emotional state and your new thoughts, then you can rewire your belief system. You can break that old patterns. In the workshop in the next few days, Varun will going to teach you about neuroscience. He's going to share all the information about neuroscience, how we form the neurosynaptic connections in our brain because of our beliefs, our hardwired patterns, neurorigidity, about different concepts of neuroplasticity. We'll learn all that later. So, but the truth is, if you fight for your limitations, you got to keep it. The more you say, I can't do this, the more you'll not be able to do it. Whether you think you can or you cannot, you're all right. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you cannot, you're all right. So whatever you attach to the word, whatever you attach to the words I am, you become. If you say, I am happy, you will be happy. If you say, I am a shy person, you will be a shy person. So whatever you attach to the words I am, you become. So what we need to learn is to identify. So what we need to learn is to identify our limiting beliefs from our whole culture scape, right? So let me share with you a video. This is an ad of a commercial ad, but I love this video, which is a Nike ad. Let's see this. How we affirm what we can't do.
I'm too weak, too slow, too big. I ate too much for breakfast. Got a headache. It's raining. My dog is sick. I can't right now. I'm not inspired. It makes me smell bad. I'm allergic to stuff. I'm fat. I'm thin. It's too hot. I'm not right. I've got shin splints, headache. I'm distracted. I'm exerting myself too much. I'd love to really, but I can't. I just can't. My favorite show is on. I got a case of the Mondays, the Tuesdays, the Wednesdays. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna do something else. After New Year's, next week, might make a mistake. I got homework. I feel bloated. I have gas. I got a hot date. My coach hates me. Mom won't let me. I bruise easily. It's too dark. It's too too cold. My blister hurts. This is dangerous. Sorry, I don't have a bike. I didn't get enough sleep. My tummy hurts. It's not in my jeans. I don't want to look all tired out. I need a better coach. I don't like getting tackled. I have a stomach ache. I'm not the athletic type. I want to get sweaty. I have better things to do. I don't want to slow you down. I have to do this. As soon as I get a promotion, I think I'll sit this one out. And my feet hurt.
I like the tagline of Nike, just do it. Friends, there are no room for excuses. That's why I said, if you fight for limitations, you got to keep it. The more you affirm it, the more it will be, the more your body will respond to that. Right, friends. Now we come to the topic, breaking the habit of being ourselves. Friends, memory, it is said that the memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. Memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. So our challenge is we all carry, it's fine to have those memories, what happened in your life 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back. But the thing is, with every memory, there's an emotional charge around it. Whatever was the intense emotion you felt with that memory, now that emotional charge you carry in your life. And the whole spiritual journey is also about releasing that memory, is to let go of that memory. To let go of that emotional charge. You don't need to let go of the memory, but you have to let go of that emotional charge. That's why it's called memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. It's wisdom. And every time you memorize these memories, you memorize these emotions, every time you memorize these emotions, you liberate so much of energy. And now that same energy is available to create your new future. That's why it is said that 70 to 90% of our energy is consumed, daily energy is consumed to keep these emotional charge alive. This emotional charge sucks those energies. And that's why all these unresolved memories can cause so much of chemical reaction in the body, sending out messenger molecules that creates fear, panic, physical ailments, chronic pain, and even suppression of immune system. And that's why when we resolve these emotions and these events from the past, it is such an important part in restoring the balance to our body, mind, and our consciousness. And most of the time, most people, while we live our life, we feel just because we have survived, we have healed it. And we go our life, and just because maybe it's a childhood trauma, and we have forgotten it, does not mean it's not part of our memory. It is still suppressed. We have not given, it is not yet expressed, right? So because it was not expressed, it remains suppressed in our body, and it is trapped now. And most people wait for crisis, trauma, pain, and suffering. And these feelings all come up, and then it's a trigger for them to resolve it. So either then there's a choice: either you caught in that vicious cycle again more, or it is an opportunity for you to resolve it. Suffering always have its own meaningful purpose. It always gives you an opportunity to resolve the backlog of the suffering, because then in one small trigger can help you surface all the suffering, and it gives you an opportunity to resolve this. But my message is, we don't need to wait for this crisis, trauma, pain, and suffering. Why not create in the state of joy and inspiration? Right? So friends, the challenge is, does your environment control your thinking, or your thinking control your environment? Or let me play this video. This is, we should also recapitulate what we learned yesterday. Yeah, Keshav, just play the video, the past video. This is by Dr. Joe Dispenza, who I happened to meet first in 2002 in a workshop in Ramtha in Seattle. And now in the last 5-7 years, he's become a very popular teacher. He has this famous book, You Are the Placebo, Becoming Supernatural. So
how many people here actually woke up this morning and consciously created a future? The biggest reason why people don't do it is because you don't really believe it's true. You see, if you knew on a gut level that it was absolutely true, would you ever miss a day? Come on. And would you ever let any thought slip by your awareness that you didn't want to experience? So if you believe this, then does your environment control your thinking, or does your thinking control your environment? So if you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed on the same exact side as you did the day before, you shut the alarm clock off with the same finger, you slip into your favorite slippers, you shuffle into the bathroom and you use the toilet like you always do, then you get into the shower and you wash yourself in the same routine way, then you groom yourself to look like everybody expects you to look, then you go downstairs and you drink coffee out of your favorite mug, then you drive to work the same way as you did the day before, you see the same people that push the same emotional buttons, you do the exact thing that you know how to do and you memorize and can do so well that you're an expert at, then you hurry up and rush home so you can hurry up and check your emails, so you could hurry up and go to bed, so you can hurry up and do it all over again. Now, here's my question. Did your brain change at all that day? We could say that you were thinking the same thoughts, performing the same actions, that create the same experiences, that produce the same emotions, but secretly expecting something to change in your life. As you see the same people and go to the same places and do the same things at the same time, it's the external environment that's turning on different circuits in your brain, causing you to think equal to everything that you know. And as long as you think equal to everything that's familiar or known to you, what do you keep creating more of? Same life. Now, the quantum law is still applying to you. You're just thinking equal to everything that you know, and you keep creating more of the same. To change, to truly change, is to think greater than your environment. And every great person in history knew this. Whether it was William Wallace or Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Queen Elizabeth I or Joan of Arc, they all had a vision. They all had an idea. Couldn't see it, couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it, couldn't feel it, but it was alive in their mind. It was so alive in their mind that they began to live as if that reality was actually happening now. So can you believe in a future that you can't see or experience with your senses yet, but you've thought about enough times in your mind that your brain is literally changed to look like the event has already happened? Neuroscience says it's absolutely possible. 95% of who you are by the time you're 35 years old is a set of memorized behaviors, set of emotional reactions, beliefs, perceptions, attitudes that run just like a computer program. So 5% of your conscious mind begins to work against 95% of what you've memorized. So the person wants to think positively, but they're feeling negatively. They want to create their dream board, and put up their future life, but they feel unworthy. That's mind and body in opposition. We have to recondition the body to a new mind. To change your mind, then, is to make the brain work in new sequences and new patterns and new combinations, to begin to make the brain work differently. And the one ingredient that allows us to do that is knowledge or information. Because every time you learn something new, you make a new connection in your brain. That's what learning is. Learning is forging new connections. Remembering is maintaining or sustaining those connections.
So does your environment control your thinking, or your thinking control your environment? So this is the question we need to ask every day. What is my emotional payoff, my happiness or joy dependent on that? Is it dependent on your environment? If the environment is conducive, I feel happy. If it is not, I feel sad, I feel depressed, I feel angry, I feel hurt. So we have to take the power. We have to reverse this cycle. We have to learn how to take the power back to ourselves. We need to be greater. You need to be greater than your environment, body, and time. Your environment, because the truth is, whether it is conscious or not conscious, whether we are conscious or not, whether we are conscious or not, or unconscious. The truth is your environment is an extension of your mind. Whatever is your thoughts and emotions, your environment, your physical world, your outside world is only the reflection of your inner self. Whatever you experience externally reflects your true state internally. And this is how the law of attraction works. It's just that we are not we are unconscious about it. But once we learn to take charge of your thoughts and emotions, you can transform everything around us. That's why it is said that the mastery of your thoughts and emotions is the highest form of mastery. And that is what makes us unique as human beings. That is our potential. That is where we that is what makes it different from other species, because we have the power to take full mastery over our thoughts and emotions. So when you change your mind, your life changes. When you change your thoughts and emotions, that is when your life changes. So it is our choice. The way we are living like a Newtonian world, the 3D world of cause and effect. But we can live in a quantum world. The quantum world is causing an effect. To take power within us and visualize the future. Can you believe in a future which has not even happened? What is the life you want to live? And without even that happening, you feel if it's already happening now. And when you feel it, then you transform the life around you, which will match those feelings. So that's why does your personality create your thinking, or your thinking create your personality? This is the question you have to ask every day. So we have to, but the first step to change is we have to become the consciousness observing the program. First, we have to become aware of this program that we are conditioned to, right? So that's what metacognition is. To become very aware of each and every thought, each and every feeling, each and every emotions. And the very act of awareness will help you overcome those challenging situations, overcoming these challenging emotions. Because the moment you're aware, you dilute those emotions. Suppose you're feeling angry, but the moment you are aware, why am I angry? What is it that angry? What is happening? What is my perception? Your anger will get diluted. Your anger will subside. Because the very act of awareness, when you see it from the outside, from a third perspective, when you become a witness to it, then you disengage from that anger. And because you disengage, now you're no more feeding it. And now that's why it will subside. Right? So that's why it is said that life is not happening to you. Life is not happening to you. Life is happening from you. You are the source. You are the source of creation of your life. You create your own reality. When things change inside you, things change around you. That's why you do not attract what you want, but you attract what you are. Right? So how you think, how you feel, what you become is what you attract in your life, not just what you want. Because the universe doesn't understand what you want, but the universe what understands is what you are, and the universe will match just what you are. In Sanskrit, it's called Yad Bhavam Tad Bhavti. Whatever is your bhav, the combination of mind and emotions, that's what you create in your life. Yatha drishti tatha srishti. Whatever is your perception, you'll draw, according to that perception, you'll draw those events in your life. Jaisi mati, vaisi gati. Right? Whatever is your mental state, that's how that is how your life will evolve, or that's how you progress in your life. So friends, it is our choice. Rather than the current condition determining your emotion, you can change your emotions to transform your conditions. And for that, you have to learn how to contemplate yourself as being surrounded by the conditions that you want to produce. It's not there, but you are contemplating, you're imagining that already those conditions are there. That is my environment now. That is my surrounding now. That you want to produce, as if it's already there. But the problem is, our challenge happens is our current condition actually fades our vision. we are so obsessed with our current situation that we lose our vision. And then we are living in the survival mode. We are living in the flight and fight mode. We are living in a state of resistance. So we have to learn how to drop our resistance. And first thing is to drop the resistance. Be in the state of acceptance and allowance. Let's accept the current present. The first, our whole life is about resistance of the present moment. So first, we have to accept the present moment, accept and allow it to be the way it is. And then we can, from that state, then we can transform. Otherwise, always resisting the present moment. No, this is not good. This is not good. The food is not good. This is my clothes are not good. My relationship is not good. Whatever is happening in the present moment, we are always resisting it. We are thinking about some next big thing. When that happens, then I'll be happy. When that happens, then I'll be happy. So first, we have to be in a receptive mode of what you want. And that's when thoughts can turn into things. Otherwise, if you're in a resistant mode, what is the vibration you're emanating to the universe? The universe wants to give you what you want, but because you're in the resistant mode, it will not come to you. Because you're repelling that. You're repelling your desire, your wants, because your emotional state is not matching what you want. So first we have to focus on the emotional state. And that's why first and for that focus, we need to have that awareness to become very conscious of this unconscious program. And that's why we call it crossing the river of change. This is the biggest challenge in our life, crossing that river of change. The transition is so challenging because our body is addicted to it. Our old self is so addicted to it because that's so familiar. That's so predictable, right? Because when you're trying to cross the river of change, it's actually like a river. If we don't know whether the river is, how deep is the river, and that fear of the unknown keeps you on the shore. Because it's unfamiliar, it's uncharted territory. You don't want to go there. You are so happy being unhappy. You are an enlightened victim. So that's why we don't want to take the change. But when we take that step, when we take the step, initially your body will resist. Your body will complain. The body will feel uncomfortable. It will judge. You will feel that boredom, that unfamiliarity, that fear of unknown. And the body's mind will crave to go back to the familiar reality, to your past. You want to go back to that old emotion. To really change is to learn how to deny your body that chemical addiction. Because we are addicted to that, right? And most of the time we fight for that limitation. No, I can't do this. Sorry, I know I've never done it before, so I am not able to do it. And if you fight for your limitation, you got to keep it, right? And what you're not changing, you're choosing. So to change, you have to become the consciousness observing that program. So it is said that diagnosis is half solution. So first you have to diagnose. You have to do the diagnosis of yourself. You have to diagnose first what is my old patterns, what is my old belief systems, what are my old emotions. And if you're not changing, then that is the reality you'll affirm more and more. There is no status quo. Either you're moving forward or you're going backward, right? There is no status quo. You think, oh, it's fine, all fine. No, but if you're not moving forward, you are actually going backward because you are affirming more and more of that addiction. And now you want more and more of those intense emotions, those chemicals. So friends, it is a choice that we have to make. Either you can be a host to your future or you can be a hostage to your past. And if you remain hostage to your past, then you are the grievance looking for a cause, because you're only then, but it's a choice. Rather than looking for a grievance, whether they're affirming your grievance, looking for a cause, you can be the joy looking for a cause. And it's okay. Initially, you will make mistakes. You you will it will surprise you. But research shows that the brain learns the most through mistakes and surprises. And the person who is always learning, in Ikigai, it says that they did a research for people in Okinawa in Japan, where they saw that people were 90 years of age, 95 years of age, 100 years of age, but at that age also they're always learning something new. Learning keeps you. It was the reason for their longevity. It keeps you youth. It keeps that youthness alive, that spark alive. They always felt inspired to do something more, to learn something more. So friends, it's a choice. It's a choice, and you might fail. You might fail, but the truth is, there are no failures. They are only lessons. You learn from your mistakes. I have never met a strong person with an easy past. Everybody has gone through challenges. So many times, actually, suffering has a noble purpose. Eckhart Tolle says that suffering helps you in the evolution of consciousness and the burning of ego. Sometimes suffering is better than superficial happiness, than keeping that facade. Suffering is a potent healing mechanism. When suffering makes your heart open, you are more humble, you're more kind. Sometimes you remember when you're going through any challenging situation, and all of a sudden you are more humble, more courteous to your family, to your friends, to your servants, because it makes your heart open. It breaks your ego. So healing does not. So suffering is a potent healing mechanism, and healing does not mean that the damage never existed. It means that the damage now no longer control your life. You have released that emotional charge now around that suffering. Most of the time, suffering results from the story we tell ourselves. So that's why Carlos Castaneda said, give up your old story. Only when you give up your old story, that is when you regain your true glory. Friends, healing is born out of that awareness, that moment of choice before your mind creates the story. Anything happens, there's a choice. And that moment of choice, if you don't take that decision, the mind will create that story. The old story will come up. That's why it said that we suffer not because of the situation. We never suffer because of the situation, but always because of our thoughts around it. All situations are fundamentally neutral. And we judge it right, wrong, good, bad. And through that judgment, we actually invite that reality into your life. If you think it is good, then we'll invite that good reality. If you think it is bad, then you'll invite that poor reality into your life. So friends, it is our choice. Our greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. Again, I'll repeat, our greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. And the most spiritual growth does not really happen when you are meditating or when you're on the yoga mat, but it happens when you're frustrated, when you're angry or you're scared, and you're doing the same old thing again, and suddenly you realize that you have a choice to do it differently. The true test of your spirituality starts when you get up from your meditation, when you face the challenges in your life, and now you know, oh, I have a choice to do it differently. I have a choice to behave differently. I have the choice to interpret the situation differently. So friends, that's why Carl Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining fears of light, but by making the darkness conscious, by making the darkness conscious. So only when you are aware of your unconscious mind, only when you are aware of your unconscious patterns, belief systems, your habits, then you can make a change, right? So never entertain an undesirable feeling nor think sympathetically of any wrong, be it any shape or form. The more you feel sad for this undesirable feeling or some feeling sympathetic of something wrong, the more you affirm that. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on the solution, you'll get the solution. If you focus on the problem, you will aggravate that problem. You will expand that problem. So friends, life, and we learn so much from life. Life events always helps you to heal and grow. That's why it's happening for you and not to you. Life challenges always helps you to break that heart open, right? So that you can be more kind, more gentle, more humble, and more loving. And we repeat. In fact, we repeat what we don't repair. If we don't heal it, you'll keep repeating those life challenges in your life. And with repeated life challenges, your soul is only drawing your attention for your spiritual awakening, for something that you need to heal, you need to work, to learn. So friends, that's why to really make a change has to be like a school trip phenomena, like how first time when you went for a school trip, you were ready to go into the unknown. You don't know where you are going. You don't know what you'll eat, where you'll sleep, how you'll sleep. But you were so excited for your first school trip, So same way, to make a change, to step into the unknown, it's fine. You might lose your job. You might lose your relationship. But then you are ready to know, you choose, this is not what I love. This is not the toxic relationship I want to be with. And I'm ready to make the change. And that change will feel so uncomfortable. It will feel so unknown because you don't know what's next. But that unknown is the field of infinite possibilities, infinite potentials. The potential is always bigger than the problem. So friends, it's a choice which you have to make. Are you interested? Or are you committed? So it's like pregnancy. Either you are in or you're not. Either you are or you're not. You can't say, oh, I'm 20% pregnant and 80% not. So that is a commitment you need to really make a change in your life. And it is challenging, right? Because to change really means you have to die on so many levels. To really change is a biological, neurological, chemical, hormonal, genetic death of your addictive old self. I'll repeat. To really change is your biological, neurological, chemical, hormonal, genetic death of your addictive old self. So you should be ready to die at so many levels. So that's why initially it will be so comfortable. So, but that is a choice you have to make, and you overcome until you become, right? And that's why to change you have to withdraw. So so you have to be selective of your focus. You have to be selective where you are focusing on. And if you think that the whole world is hostile, the world will be hostile. If you think the world will be friendly, the world will be friendly. That's why Einstein said, I always ask yourself, he said, I always ask myself, do I live in a friendly or a hostile universe? Because we don't see things as they are, we see things as you are, right? So, so friends, we have, whatever you focus, be selective of your focus, your attention feeds that energy. So friends, so we have to choose so we have to focus, we have to be selective of our focus. Your attention feeds that energy. So like in our, like let me give you one example. It's an old story, Native American story, where a grandfather asked his grandchild, son, inside of you, there live two wolves. One wolf is an angry, negative, based on all survival-based emotions, limited emotions of fear, greed, hatred. That is one wolf. And the another wolf is of pure love, joy, happiness, abundance, excitement, fun. So if there's a fight between two wolves, which is the wolf which will win? The one you feed. Absolutely. The one you feed is what will win. It is what you are focusing on. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. So whatever you're feeding it with your attention, that is what you will enlarge. That is what you'll enhance, and that is how we live our life. Are you feeding your old emotions of greed, anger, fear? Then that is going to win. But if you feed your future emotions, which you want to embrace in your life, if you become aware, so then and that is your focus on. That is what you're feeding it, right? So you have to withdraw your attention, and for that you have to withdraw your attention for what you do not want, right? Because wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. We tend to think most of what's troubling us, right? Because most of the time we continue to think and talk about what's missing in my life or the absence of it. And then we'll draw more of that reality into your life. That's why gratitude is such an important tool. When you are thankful for what you have, the universe will give you more of what you can be thankful for. And then we invite more of that reality into your life. So you can't get to where you want to go by mostly aware of where you don't want to be. I'll repeat, you can't get to where you want to go by mostly aware of where you don't want to be. So that's why you have to reach for better feeling, thought by thought, moment by moment. As I told you yesterday, you're not going to master your life in a day, but master each day and keep repeating every day. That's why Rumi said, be like a melting snow. Wash yourself off yourself. Another quote by Rumi, which I love, is, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. But today I'm wise, so I want to change myself. Gandhiji said, be the change you want to see in the world, right? So friends, the wisdom is, the wisdom is avoiding all thoughts that weaken you, that disempower you, or that make you feel limited, and embrace all thoughts that empower you. That is the simple thing. What is right, wrong? If you think it's weakening you, it's disempowering you, that is to be rejected. But if it empowers you, it makes you feel unlimited. If you feel your expanded self, then embrace it. And that's what leadership is. That's how you become a leader. Leadership is about leading your own ship. So let me share next video. This is about, it's actual life. This is the actual phenomena, which is scientifically tested. There are 32 metronomes. So these are the blades which will move in different directions. But but how we get conditioned by our environment and how our environment controls our thinking, and how the kind of thoughts we embrace, eventually we also change. So let me share with you this video. Initially there could be, initially there could be so many stubborn thoughts, but once you give up, once you make a commitment that no, I'll overcome until I become, even that will change. Let's start. This is a real phenomena. You can see the stubborn one still going in different directions. this is how it is, friends. When you change one, you actually change all. So don't think when you're working on one emotion or one thing, when you heal, actually you are influencing. They're all interconnected. It's like a bead, all so into one. So so when you change one, you actually change all. So that's where you have to learn to overcome and overcome until you become. You can go to the next slide. I think the last slide, last two slides, friends. So we'll take just 2 minutes now. Okay. So friends, when you are making a change, there'll be a lot of distractions. You'll go through layers of distraction. That's why change is so challenging. That's why change is not so easy, right? So I'm going to make you aware of different layers of distraction so that you know what you are going to encounter when you're making a change in your life. So the first layer of distraction is your external environment. We have spoken so much about the external environment. Then your body will resist, Your body will resist. Everybody will tell you, your body will tell you, why now? Why today? Why not tomorrow? And you might feel uncomfortable. You might feel uneasy. Then comes your identity, your ego. Your ego will say, you feel uncomfortable. Because your ego is also addicted to those patterns, those belief systems. And so then your ego will come up. And then your relationships. When you are changing your vibrational frequency, if your relationship around you are not changing their vibrational frequency, then there's no energy match. And those relationships will challenge you. Your attachment to those relationships will challenge you. You will feel all of a sudden that relationship is moved. That person is no more talking to you. And he has found something to be angry with you, and now he's no more apart. He's upset. And that will try to pull you down. But then you have to be aware that you are making a change in your life. Your friends either go through this inner transformation with you or drift out of your life. Some relationships dissolve, others deepen. So it's a choice. It's a choice. And when you're making a change, a lot of your relationships will change. A lot of your close relationships will change. But you have to be open for that transformation. But when you're losing those old relationships, but then you're making room for the new relationships to come into your life. So that's totally fine. Right? So and then your past memories. Your past memories will haunt you. Then your emotions, your old emotions will come up. It will trigger you. It will again go, any situation, these situations will trigger those emotions that will again push you to go back to your past, your belief systems. We've spoken a lot about our belief systems, our most practiced thoughts. Then there'll be choices, voices. There's some voices will tell you to talk out of that possibility. It will prompt you. Not today, do it tomorrow. What is the rush? Everything is fine, right? And then there's also something called Disincarnates Parasites. When you're vibrating at a low energy frequency, there are some outside entities which actually make your body your home. And they stick on your body. And when you are making a change, your body is no more a safe home for them. And then they will create trouble for you. But when you change, when you are committed and when you change your vibrational frequency, you will overcome all of that. So first, you wake up to your light. So initially, it will be very easy. Meditation, you feel peaceful, joyful. But once you are actually trying to practically make a change in your life, then you'll wake up to your shadow. First, you wake up to your light, and then you'll wake up to your shadow. Those buried emotions, those suppressed things, all that will come up first. So that is your shadow side. That is your shadow self. So again, I repeat, first you wake up to your light, then you wake up to your shadow, and then you wake up to yourself. So it's a journey which you are ready to take. So friends, this is the last slide. So this is the biological model of change. So moving from your familiar past to the new future, from unlearning to relearning, from breaking the habit of being yourself to reinventing a new self, from pruning old synaptic connections to sprouting new connections in your brain, from unfiring and unwiring to firing and wiring, from unmemorizing an emotion in the body to to recondition your body to a new mind, to a new emotion. From losing your mind to creating a new one. From becoming familiar with the old self to becoming familiar with your new self. From deprogramming to reprogramming. From living in the past to creating a new future. From old energy to new energy. From a new old state of being to a new state of being. So this is what the change is all about. And of course, it is challenging, but it is possible. Right, friends? So, and that's where we combine meditation and so many spiritual techniques and tools to help you make that change in your life. And this change, if you all are committed, we are going to make in this next 28 days. So, and these are the simple instructions. Finally, how to handle changes. I'm reading it. I'm not available right now, but thank you for caring enough to call. I'm making some changes in my life. Please leave a message after the beep. If I do not return your call, you are one of the changes. So thank you. Thank you, friends. So I'll end my session today. Sorry, Rashi. Sorry, everyone, for taking a little extra time. Not extra little time, but 15 minutes. So thank you for the gift of your attention. Thank you for your time, for your patience. Rashi, we can go to Q&As now. Or if you want to make any announcements, then we can go to Q&A.
Yeah. First, shall I make the announcements? But it was so nice. It's not about the time, it's all about the explanation. We should not also miss out on anything because every word what you speak is so valuable.
Also, friends, tomorrow we'll be talking about how our body is a miracle machine and our body is an amazing phenomena and how our body is a miracle machine. So looking forward to again see you tomorrow. So yeah, we can go now with questions. Yeah.
Yes. Can I have Mini Arora? Please unmute.
Yeah, hi. Very good morning.
Yeah, very good morning. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, hello. This is Mini Arora. May I ask a question?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please let me know where you are from and what you do.
Yeah, Shreans, you have come as a god to us. I must say, I'm all so. I have no words to tell you that how much gratitude I'm feeling for you and the entire team. Thank you so much. So I just want to. I'm very much confused in this regard that the things you are teaching, I'm learning and imbibing this from my heart and soul for such a long time. And for the past 5 months, I am totally immersed into these learnings, okay? And now I can proudly say that I have improved much, okay? Not ego nahi hai, but literally I have felt it that I have removed the past baggages and I'm very ecstatic kind of human being. I'm trying to learn and imbibe and integrate, install all the concepts. But still the confusion I am in is that I'm not able to understand what meditation exactly is. I'm clear-hearted, I'm manifesting the happiness, joy, bliss, everything. But still, what is meditation? I am not able to go into trance state. So why is that so? I actually want to, like, external layer pe I am listening everything what you are saying. But it कहते हैं ना कि you feel in another world. वैसा level क्यों नहीं? वो क्या है? May I know?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It is not necessary that you have to experience that. That's why Carl Jung said, right? Enlightenment does not mean enlightenment not necessarily mean imagining fears of light, but making that conscious, that unconscious conscious. So which you are doing amazingly, and that is what the true enlightenment is. And those moments, those mystical moments will come when you drop that expectation. The more you are looking for it, the more you try to chase it, the more it is self-sabotaging your brain, but once you drop it all and just do it because you're enjoying it, because for the sake of those emotions, that feeling that you get after meditation, then those moments will just come on its own.
Like the state I am in from the beginning, I am
absolutely, which is amazing. That is the end result, right? The end result is that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
What good is my psychic experience, and if I'm still angry or upset or hurt, or if I've not healed it? And when I'm anyways happy, then that doesn't matter anyways.
A lot of healing is done, and I'm really mesmerized by the things you say. Na, mujhe lagta hai that my soul is saying, my soul is speaking. But I want to experience that meditative state. For that, what should I do?
To drop your
Experience क्यों नहीं
expectation.
होता है?
To drop your expectation. It will come to you once you do it in a relaxed state, Just do it for the sake of doing it,
Okay,
Don't
thank you.
think
Thank
of
you.
when that will come. Just embrace that presence or that generous present moment during that meditation state.
So
And
I'm
that
doing
will
it.
naturally come,
I'm doing it right. I'm going on the right path.
Absolutely, you're on the right path.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
One
for
day you'll
coming.
be a teacher for everyone, for sure. Yes.
Thank you for coming into my life. Thank you so much, the entire team. Shreans sir, literally, I'm attending so many coaches, but I can't tell you what you are like. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice, Miniji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Jasmeet ji, please unmute.
Yes. Hi. A very good morning to all of you. Thank you for the blissful morning. Thank you for the wonderful meditation. Yes, as you rightly stated in today's session that what you manifest, you get. To be very honest, I have been trying to get some good mentor to guide me for the manifestation process. And I don't know how come to one of the social sites, I came across you, not knowing more about you, so sorry to say, but still I took the courage to enroll myself and got started. Coming to my concern, I believe, as Miniji rightly said, that we have been, trying to get ourselves more and more better and into the process. But when you get out of, when you come in contact of other people, you seem to be lost because you are into, you are trying to upgrade yourself. But the negative wolf under you, it yawls more. And it has been said that the greater the sound is, wins the race.
Yes.
Being into this process, being into calm process, taking you to the other level, you feel sometimes, personally, I feel sometimes as if I'm lost. I am not to the level where people like you are, which is at a very high level, I understand. But when you get out of the world, you see that people are so into other negative aspects. They are into political aspects, and you seem you are lost. Aapko kahan jana hai, you do not know. When you come home, when you are back home, you try to be more into meditation. When you go out, you see the negative wolf has its own voice. So I think I'm still into the dilemma to come out of this race.
So, the whole idea is, the world will be, so that's why Einstein said, right, whether I'm living in a hostile universe or a friendly universe. If you think that, oh, the world is hostile, people are like that, then with your attention is feeding that energy. And that's why you're drawing those people. But even if the people are like that, you accept them to be the way they are. It is their journey. It is it is about your journey to change yourself. It is not about your journey to change them. So first is to change yourself. So focus on yourself. How and what is the lesson I am learning? What it is, everything is a reflection in a way. So don't focus on their journey. The world is outside is like this, world is outside like this. We only grow through these challenges. Unless you go out and run, how would you know that whether you have a good stamina or not? If you think you're spiritual, unless you face adversities, how would you know that you are really spiritual or not, or you have grown or not? So those challenges helps you to evolve and grow. And sometimes it will pull you down. But the thing is, there's no problem in getting pulled down. The thing is, you're now aware, you're more cautious now. You know that, no, you're pulled down. And you know that, no, I don't want to be this. I want to be different. This is my vision. This is where I want to be aligned with. And that very act of awareness, now that there'll be an awareness, right? And the more you're aware, the more you slowly will transform. And we are all a work in progress. Whether it is you, whether it is me, we are all work in progress, right? And it's always the journey. There's no destination that one day I'll become enlightened. The journey is always more important than the destination. It's always the journey. So enjoy that journey, enjoy that human experience while we learn and grow, right? So it's fine. It's fine. And you will feel the transformation over a period of time. It's like, it's like if a woman, when you're trying to change, it's like if a woman is pregnant, the husband does not come home next day and say, where's the baby? It takes time, right? Sometimes the transformation takes time. But that does not mean the baby you can't see. It does not mean the baby is not there. You still nurture. The mother still nurtures the thinking that, knowing that no, it is there. So you still nurture yourself and know that no, I will reach. And that's why the journey is always important. It's focus on the journey. And as I again said, we're all work in progress. So it's fine.
That's so fantastic. A small something more. Is it okay to take?
Pardon?
Is it okay to take the risk, to take the new challenge of life at any age? One can restart at any age.
Of course. Anytime.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much for holding our hands and taking us to this new journey.
Einstein said, time and space are not the modes in which we live, but the modes in which we think. But anyways, I'm going to cover more in that quantum physics and all that. So, but yes, no time, it's never too late. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Parag-ji. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Kavita ji,
the last question, so that we end by time. Yeah.
Kavita ji.
Maybe we can take 2 more questions. Yeah. Tanishka, whoever is here on the panel, we can.
And Kavita, yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Kavita, Tanishka, and Payal Gupta, and then we can end. Yeah, Kavita, please go.
My question is like today morning what happened? I just wanted to say. So once I woke up, I snoozed and again I slept. In meantime, again, before I wake up, I was able to understand I'm not thinking good.
I'm not thinking
good things. It's like it's not like it is I met a new person or something. So it is like someone I met and I'm not doing good to them. Like that it was. So I feel it's more many times like in the early morning I feel like that. So it's just like in subconscious am I thinking very bad about some people.
It's fine. So so there's a meditation. We have a meditation called sleep meditation. So it's already there on the Shreans Daga Foundation YouTube channel. So I would encourage you to do before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you'll get up with that positive feeling inspired, a lot of energy. Yeah. So that's what I'll encourage you to do. Yeah.
Okay. And the second question is
and during the course of the workshop, we'll anyways do it for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So the second question is like while I do, I mean, I feel like I'm blessed with many good people around me. Okay. So, but I'm not able to embrace that gratitude all the times. So it is like I feel like it is granted. I'm taking it as, and I was not able to feel more grateful for everything. I know that I should be, but it should come from inside, right? But the feel I'm not getting more often.
Yes, so that's where meditation comes in. That's where meditation helps you to feel those feelings. Sometimes we know intellectually, but we are not able to still feel it. And that's why meditation and all these practices which are going to do this next 28 days, which help you to imbibe those positive feelings, and that's why we are going to cultivate those feelings. We are going to nurture more of those, learn how to nurture and cultivate those feelings. Okay. So don't worry, we will learn now. Yeah. So that it comes more natural to you and not just intellectual. Yeah.
Because yesterday you mentioned, right? If we are not letting go of unknown, then it will be like fear of. Then we are accepting to sufferings. It's familiar to accept. So I felt whether I'm doing like that. So that was. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Kavita.
Thank you. Payal ji, please unmute yourself.
Payal is already unmuted. Yeah. Go ahead.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm Payal Gupta from Agra.
Yeah.
Hi, Payal.
First, hi. First of
So
all,
also, friends, just everybody, please say what you do. Where are you from? What you do, so that at least I know the
I'm
context.
a teacher.
Okay. Okay. Lovely.
So I'm 45 years old, and I'm really grateful to my friend Isha. She's from Bangalore, and she called me on at 11 p.m. on 25th night that you should attend this program. It will really help you. I said okay.
Thank
And
you.
I'm really grateful to be here. I just want to say that it's been many years. I've been trying to change my life. Like I've gone through all this, okay, I know gratitude and all these things, manifestations, affirmations. But there is so much resistance from my own self. I've not been able to change my life.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating. It's
Yes.
been many years. And so there is a belief that will I be able to do it?
Of
And with
course.
you,
Of course. As I told today, if you fight for limitations, you got to keep it. So if whether
I
you
could
think you can or you cannot, you're all right, right? So of course, if you of course you'll be able to do it, and we'll all do it together. In these coming 28 days, we are going to do it. That we're going to do that, and I would love to hear from you in the last day, whether you did it or not. And I'm sure you'll do it.
I could relate so much to your words when you said that your own body resists. And there had been a coach who told me that she said about me that you are your own biggest obstacle. There is no other obstacle in your life. So
That's
how can I change it? I really desperately want to change my
done.
life.
Done. That's what we are doing this, right? That's why we're going to do it day by day, and we are going to change. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm really
Thank
looking
you.
forward
Thank you,
to it.
Payal. All the best.
Thank
You can take the last sharing from Tanisha.
Thank you so much, Payalji. Tanishta ji, please unmute.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, Tanisha.
My name is Tanishtha. I am a writer and I am a therapist. I'm based in Gurgaon currently.
Nice.
So a few years back, when I started my own healing journey, certain fears, of course, came to my realization and to my awareness. And one of the fears was fear of losing loved ones. And when I dig deep into it, I realized it's basically fear of being abandoned.
Yes.
And then I went deep into it. I realized that I have a belief system that I'll be left alone. So while I started working on the belief system through meditation or affirmation that on this negative belief system, I'll be left alone. But I feel it's still the half solution. Like you said, the diagnosis is the half solution.
Right.
So my question to you is, what can I do apart from meditation on daily basis to let go of this belief system? Because if something triggers me, then my emotions hijack all the wisdom and all the knowledge and all the work that I have done on myself, and it takes a back seat. And my emotions just surfaces so much to the extent that I cannot see anything else apart from that. So what are the practical steps that I can take in my life on daily basis so that I can let go of this belief system?
So, one is tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going to do a breath work. And once we have become, most of the time, we are so obsessed. Even if we have a belief system, we reaffirm again and again, oh, I am like this because this is my belief. The idea to be aware is to transcend it and not to keep reaffirming it. So, however, day after tomorrow, we'll do a breathwork session, which will be a very, very powerful breathing session, which will help you release all these things. And trust me, in this coming 28 days, we are going to transform all that. And I'm going to teach more detailed tools, techniques, a lot of understanding, knowledge, and that along with knowledge and experience, the transformation will happen. And a lot of times, we don't need to really focus on those things. When we focus on positive feelings, positive emotions, those belief systems will naturally transcend because you are no more feeding it. You're no more giving it energy. And then it will lose its synaptic connection in the brain. And then now that belief will no longer operate you because you are no more feeding it. So don't worry. And that's what we are going to do in these days, where we are going to transcend all these emotional states, belief systems, and because we'll imbibe all the positive belief systems, focus on what we want to be rather than what we do not want to be, right? So it's like, you know what you want, but you also know what you do not want. But by knowing, but by focusing what you do not want, you are resistant to what you want. So it's a push and pull. But as we progress, you'll have more clarity. You'll understand that thin line, that thin that fine moment, that fine line between every moment where you want to go and where you do not want to go. What you should think, what you want to focus, and where you should not focus attention on. So as we move forward, you learn. So just have some patience and we'll overcome it. And I'm sure day after tomorrow when we do the breathwork session, that will also help you a lot, and to everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Tanishta. Thank you, Rashmi. So Rashmi, we can end the session today.
Yes.
So thank you, friends, again. But thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being there and being such lovely guests there. And yes, so today it was a very power-packed session. It was beautiful to be empowered, to be free, to be unlimited, to be creative, to be genius, to be divine. That is who you are. Once you feel this way, memorize this feeling. That's what Shreans is teaching us. Remember this feeling. This is who you really are. So these are all the answers to our questions. And yes, we are waiting for that moment to have it from you, Shreans. And we love you. And thank you so much for giving so much knowledge to us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, once again for being on this Mega Master Course, Manifestation Decoded, The Secret Behind Secret. Thank you.
Thank you.